Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo joins us live now ahead of that Indaba. Ntokozo, what more is expected to come out of these discussions that South Africans have not heard before?
Dumisang, I think South Africans like myself who went to bed with no power, woke up to no power, want to know exactly that. And of course, the Indaba is an event out of the National Energy Crisis Committee, which is part, of course, of its action plan to really find solutions to the country's energy crisis and for it to move from just being talking points, but actual action and implementation. And to talk us through what we can expect from today's event, as part of that implementation drive, I am now joined by Monde Bala, who is the Group Executive at Eskom Distribution. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, we just heard from Chris Yellen, who will be on one of the panels later on today, just unpacking some of the challenges South Africans continue to face. And some of the criticism is another talk shop yet again and no action. Give us a little bit of insight on what we can expect of today. What are some of the discussion points and what stakeholders are involved in today's event?
Good morning to you, Ntokozo, and good morning to the viewers. Today really is about to get South Africa and South Africans to try and use less of energy, try and be energy conservative. As we know that we are in a state where we do not have enough supply on the generation side. So what is important for us as users of electricity is to do so and use only what we need. So today's session is to galvanize all of us around that message, to say that we only need to use what we need.
So basically focusing on the demand side, and if South Africans push back saying we're already pushing back and drawing back on the electricity that we use, we understand the challenges we're facing, we've tried to face alternatives, what would your response to you be or be to that, so in saying we can't push back any more than we already have?
What we're seeing, Ntokozo, is that there's a lot of other opportunities that we can still tap into. We have a lot of people that have put their own rooftop solar PVs. We're saying that we are looking and asking for those people for assistance to say, whatever you do not use on those panels, that can you please make that available to the grid? Can you please make that available to the rest of South Africa? We have situations whereby people still leave their lights on. We're asking those people to switch off when there's no one in that room. We know the stories about the geysers, that we still have a significant number of geysers that are still of the old type, and we're saying that if you can please allow us into your home so that we can then make sure that your geyser is using energy efficiently. So these are all the opportunities that we have, that we're appealing to South Africans to work together with ourselves through the NECOM Workstream 5, so that we can get the savings on the demand side, to enable the generation people to do the fixes on the plant.
And you did mention solar, as an alternative to actually using less and putting less strain on our supply. Some of the conversations, and I do know that we have various industry stakeholders, whether it be international players within the renewable energy, will we also be digging into affordability? Because, alternative energy sources do remain unaffordable for many South Africans. Will that be one thing that's really drilled into, and specifically SMEs as well, who do want to take advantage of the solar tax incentive and so on, but it still remains quite unaffordable?
Yeah, and this is really what today is about, to say how do we ensure that the energy that we use is affordable, it is sustainable. So part of what we'll be presenting today is the issue of the net billing and the feed-in tariffs, whereby users can actually benefit from making their energy available to the grid. So these are some of the initiatives that have been taken and that are being considered as part of NECOM, to say how do we cushion the blow to South Africans.
Monde, thank you so much for those insights, and we look forward to see what the day has to hold. Of course, Tumisang, that was Monde Bala, who is the Group Executive at Eskom Distribution, just talking us through some of the issues that will really be ironed out at this Indaba. Of course, the Indaba being initiative out of the National Energy Crisis Committee that was established last year as a response to South Africa's energy crisis, and just some of those solutions, saying that the demand side and supply side have to at some point meet each other in the middle for us to start finding some sustainable solutions to Misang. And I will be updating you across the day as proceedings continue.
Do stay tuned for more coverage on that Indaba with Ntokozo Khumalo through